There we go. Welcome, Kristen. Welcome, Joe Garcia. And there was someone else came in that I missed. I apologize. I saw you and I've lost my mind.
Dr. Greenstein.
Oh, that's right. Irv and Rick. That's it. There we go. All right. And here comes Alex Galines. Nice. So welcome. It is April 20th. Insert your favorite April 20th joke here if you wish.
Yeah, one up in smoke.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's some truth to that. Okay.
Is it true that that started at 4:20 in the afternoon? This group would go out and get stoned?
I do not know. I was not there. So we're going to ring the bell to start the meeting for April 20th. And here we go. If that's for me, I am not here. Right. Whoops. Joe, I'm going to mute everybody except you can unmute yourself, Joe.
All right. Well, thank you very much and good afternoon. I'd like to share a couple of verses out of Psalm 91 as our invocation for today. It says, because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high because he has known my name. He shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Amen.
Thank you, Joe. All right. Here we go, Mr. Watson.
All right. Everyone, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And today's song, patriotic song.
Of the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Learn where my father died, land of the pilgrim pride. From every mountain side, let freedom reign. to thee we say. Long may our land be bright with freedom's holy light. Protect us by thy might, great God, our
There we go.
Oh.
Welcome. welcome, everybody. It is the 20th of April, and welcome to our guests, Miss Dumonceau from Elizabeth Hospice. Was it Jenny? I apologize, my mind.
Jeanette.
Jeanette, I apologize.
Okay.
And Jean, who is also a visiting Rotarian as well as a guest. Hello. Let me make sure before I change screens here. Ting, 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 tum. I know there's a couple of people that came in. PLA Opera. Where'd we go? Patio Playhouse. Hello, welcome. Who's representing Patio Playhouse today?
It would be Matt Fitzgerald.
Say hello. Okay.
Not in yet.
Unmuted, but okay. Well, they're in the room, and they unmuted. But okay, that's fine. And then we have 1-760-715-0499. I do not know who that is. I assume you're a guest. Can you say hello? All right. Well, welcome welcome to all of you. And here comes our happy welcome song.
Howdy, we're glad to have you here. Welcome, we sing it loud and clear. Relax, enjoy the program, and won't you come back to see us again?
Hey, woohoo! All right, so our upcoming calendar. Let me make an adjustment here. Tomorrow night, Haven House. On the 5th and the 10th, we also have Haven House. If you are a Haven House participant, please check the 10th. That's not a Wednesday, believe it or not. Next week, we're actually having more community grant recipient presentations. I'm just learning to speak. Sorry, hang on. There we go. Let's see if that works better. May 4th, we have Summer Stefan. The 11th, Pacific Lyric Association. On the 18th, Wade Nomura is talking about racial and social equity and justice. And on the 25th of May, the Escondido Creek Conservancy will be talking to us about the Grape Day Project. Lots of good programs coming up. And that gets us through almost all of May right there. Any member moments this week? All right, the only member moment I have, which I need to get out anyhow, Rose's memorial is coming up. And of course, I don't have my note in front of me, do I? Keith, do you remember, or Charita, do you remember? I don't have it sitting right in front of me here.
Yes, her memorial is going to be at Emmanuel Faith on May 29th at 10 a.m.
There we go. Thank you. I had it and I knew I wanted to speak on it. And of course, I failed. But that's me, right? Everyone expects that.
They did ask, they would like to have an idea how many people to expect. So if you do plan to attend, maybe email Andrew or me or Charito or something, let someone know that you plan to be there. They have a good idea of who to expect.
Why don't you email Churrito if you can? She'll collect it and she'll get it all back to me and I'll get it over to them.
Fabulous.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm learning how to delegate some things, but I can't delegate everything. Christine, Rotarians in the Wild.
Yes. Good morning. For our guests, Andrew started last year, Rotarians in the Wild, and we call it In the Wild. It helps to connect us while we're not meeting in person. So yes, I visited the Carlbad flower fields with the granddaughter. It's the first chance we've had to spend the day together in 15 months. So that's the big smile on my face. Anyone that hasn't been there, it is certainly worth the price to go and spend a day. I think it's open till middle of May. So you might want to check their website. Next. Ken Myers was out and about at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. He says, apparently lions do this to smell their surroundings, but because he was a scrawny guy, he wasn't too worried that he was going to be lunch. That's a great shot. Rachel's daughter, Evie, turned 18. So congratulations. If anyone lost a sheep from the other day, I thought this was too hilarious. Just, yeah. I know you thought maybe it was from one of Paulette's models from Anza
Yeah, that's what I was
that
thinking.
made it all the way to Escondido, but no. So keep an eye open for wandering sheep. Next, Ozzy and Julia and their son AJ all had birthdays this week, and they were at some friends, and this looks like a massive feast. So, wow.
And flan for dessert. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, it all looks great. So happy birthday to us.
But look how big, I mean, but I'm saying, look how big that flan is. Have you ever, if anyone's had flan,
it's as big as their pool, if you look at it, you know, in one way. Next, there is one proud grandpa, Royce Moore, our two-time past president, and his grandson. And I guess he goes to San Pasqual High School, and they, you know, beat somebody else. I don't know whoever they played.
Yeah.
Here's two great happy pictures of Mayor Mack. Did you want to speak to this, Paul, and let us know about this contest? Whoop.
Well, if you saw the post, it's normally held at the City Hall, but because of COVID, we didn't hold it this year. But Escondido Christian Schools still did it. And we went over there, the same people who would judge at City Hall and myself, we went over there and we judged. And these kids, these are all the winners for.
What was it they were making?
It was art using recyclable materials. And it was really, I mean, it was incredibly clever what they built. It
looks like it. It looks like they all had fun doing it.
You might not see it from the picture, but if you saw it, it was very impressive.
Very nice. Let's see. Yes. So we've had two comments. Comment number one, Dan Sundquist does recognize the sheep, by the way. He claims it belongs to Little Bo Peep, and he's not pulling the wool over our eyes. And Rachel decided that this was actually one picture of Mayor Mack until she realized he did not have a clone. So
yes,
there we go.
Two different pictures.
I need to put more space between the pictures is what I'm hearing. Yes,
no,
go ahead.
Not at all. I'm happy you do this when I send them to you. Yes, our famous, infamous Hackathon to raise money for the Escondido Rotary Foundation. This is our group that met at Miramar, Lake Miramar over the weekend and raised some more money.
And we did find Escondido's arm, which is attached to Justin Gray.
Escondido arm, that's right. And some wildlife too, so it really was in the wild.
We were just disappointed there were no slugs for Alex to take pictures of, or I mean snails.
Hey.
All
That's
right.
Susan and Rick Greenstein. Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right, Justin, I know we have a recording. Do you want to introduce your fun song before I play it, or do you just want me to play the song? He's still muted. You're still muted, Justin.
Go ahead and play it. Hopefully you'll be able to understand the lyrics and it'll be self-explanatory.
All right. So our own Justin Gray did the fun song this week, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I did when I previewed it.
Alexander raises money all the livelong day. Then she gives it to nonprofits from the Escondido Rotary. Can't you hear the money flowing from all of us to those in need? Can't you hear the people singing? Many people we will feed. Alex likes to raise money for the poor. You can always help her get much more. Funds for many things like food and art for kids. Everybody benefits. Someone's always needing assistance. Someone's always needing a helping hand. Rotary can really make a difference, and Escondido is our land. Singing fee-fi, fili-i-o, fee-fi, fili-i-o, fee-fi, fili-i-o, giving grants to Escondido.
Outstanding. The Fab Four.
No, it's the Quad Squad.
No, because I recognized John in the middle and Paul on the left. Anyone?
And the Unabomber was singing bass.
Right.
That was great.
Yeah, you're now going to be on the song committee, Justin. Way to go.
Hey, Justin, how did you synchronize that so well?
It took a little time. And this was my first video, so I'm still learning.
Yeah, so I assume
terrific.
Next week it'll be a more complex one, maybe with 8 singers, or?
No, just replay this one.
Oh, okay.
Justin, I think we need a copy of that. I need to share that with a lot of people I know.
All right. So, Justin, are you introducing or who? I've missed who.
Alexander is.
Okay, Alex, go ahead. Introduce today's program, which is.
All right. Hi, everybody. Justin, thank you so much for this song. That was fabulous. I did not know you can sing.
If you didn't know, then how do the rest of us know?
I know. He's always full of surprises, like every time. All right. As all of you know, in October of last year, we gave away I think it's over $30,000 to 14 different nonprofits, local nonprofits in Escondido, in a form of grants. So today we're gonna hear from representatives of 6 of those organizations. Our first speaker today will be representing Escondido Choral Arts Foundation. This organization has $86,000 annual budget, and their mission statement states, Escondido Choral Arts strives to enrich lives through the study of music and sharing musical experiences with the community through both adult and children's vocal music. Please welcome Escondido Choral Arts Foundation's Artistic Director, Joe Stanford.
Unmute, Joe. I did.
Okay. You want me to open up the slideshow, or are you going to go for it?
I will do it up from here, maybe.
All right, there you go.
You do it. my technical assistant is here working on it. So
beautiful. Look at that. There it is.
She's much better than I.
Except it's supposed to.
Can we get rid of all that stuff?
I'm working on that.
Okay. Anyway, thank you. We're supposed to do this in a short amount of time. And so I'll talk fast. And Escondido Choral Arts, many of you know about Escondido Choral Arts because we have performed for Rotary at least 2 or 3 times. And they've been wonderful performances and really well received. And we're so thankful for having us as guests. We've been in operation since 2012. And what do? We, well, first of all, let me say, we really appreciate this opportunity to say thank you for the support. But we will say more about that later. But what do? We have all kinds of functions that we're involved in. We have a children's choir, which is well known in the community. And it's absolutely a beautiful thing that happens. We have given voice lessons, free voice lessons to young vocal students, and they have all been singing and performing with us. We have given performances over these 7 years. And of course, right now, we're, because of the pandemic, we're not doing anything. And but we have big plans, which I'll tell you about in a moment. In fact, I'll get to that right now. We have big news on the horizon, and this news is that the first thing to say is that Justin Gray has been appointed by our board as the conductor of the Center Chorale, and he is now taking my place. My arms are tired. And so he's going to be swinging his arms in front of the choir, and I'm not out of the picture yet. I'm still going to be the artistic director and tell Justin what to do, of course. But we're going to collaborate, and we're going to have we have a great future. The chorale is going to have a shot in the arm, and with his leadership. He has a new season planned, which begins with a fall concert, a huge opera concert that June Will presents, that the center, Gene Will presents, that will be presented in November. We have a holiday concert that includes the San Diego Jewish Men's Chorus, and also will be combined with our children's choir. So that's pretty exciting. And then in the spring, we will have, and here you see a picture of our children's choir. These children are amazing, and they receive training in singing, and they receive training in musicianship, how to read music. And here is my wife, Dana, who is in charge of that group, and she's going to talk about it.
Well, Joe pretty much has said this is a past picture of our children's chorus. We hope to start up again in September after our hiatus because of COVID. But I'm very honored to have been conducting them and organizing for them since 2012, along with Miss Diane Geller. And as Joe said, that they receive training for their musical skills, performance skills, and artistic expression. And we hope that they will continue coming in the next season. And we're very excited to be combined with the Center Chorale with Justin Gray conducting for the holiday concert.
And to conclude, we want to, the next slide. We just want to say thank you for your years of support from the Escondido Rotary Club. It's been an honor for me to be a part of that, and we are very, very thankful for what you have done for us and for your support of what we do in the community.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe and Dana. Thank you so much. On behalf of all club, I hope I can say that thank you for doing that hard work, and especially thank you for keeping kids connected to the choral arts. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, our second speaker will be representing Elizabeth Hospice. This organization has 38.7 million on an annual budget, and their mission statement states to enhance the quality of life for those nearing the end of life's journey and for those who grieve. And please welcome Elizabeth Hospice Manager of Counseling Services, Janet Jimensu.
Thank you. I don't have a PowerPoint presentation, so you'll have to see my smiling face as I express my great gratitude for everything that you do for our community and also to talk about our awesome program. So I just wanted to, first of all, again, thank you for your longtime support to the community and to our organization. The impact your Rotary Club has had on Escondido's youth education and health programs is immeasurable. The Elizabeth Hospice has proudly provided hospice and grief support to children and adults for over 40 years in this community. We offer the most comprehensive children's grief support programs in San Diego and Southwest Riverside counties. Our services are open to all children, regardless of the cause of death or when their person died. And recognizing that grief is not linear, that it occurs throughout a child's development, children and families can come to the Elizabeth Hospice at any time during their grief journey. A patient affiliation is not required. All of our children's services are free of charge, thanks to philanthropy and support from organizations like Rotary of Escondido. Your grant will help to sustain the important work we do in our community. And of course, with the growing number of children who have experienced the death of a loved one due to COVID recently, your gift really has never been more timely. Before the pandemic, more than 800 children participated in our programs annually. With creativity, we were able to continue serving the children and families who relied on us for this vital support throughout the pandemic. It's really been a miracle, and it's just been wonderful, an outpour of involvement. This grant from the Rotary of Escondido will support our peer support groups. These groups are available for children ages 3 to 17. They meet bi-weekly during the school year in our Escondido and Mission Valley offices. Therapeutic activities are used to process grief and learn healthy coping skills, as well as allow children to engage in the everyday activities of childhood. A concurrent group is also available for their guardians who can attend to their own grief, and they also learn how to support their children in theirs. So knowing that they're not alone in their grief, having a safe place to understand and process their grief, and receive and give support to each other can be very powerful in their healing process. Our Children's Bereavement Program also includes on-campus student support groups in 22 school districts, including Escondido Union, Escondido Union High, San Pasqual Union School Districts. Bereavement training is offered to school professionals to help them support their grieving students. In Escondido, we've also recently facilitated school groups in Felicita Elementary, Rincon, and Bear Valley Middle Schools. In the summer, children ages 7 through 17 can participate in Camp Sparrow, our weekend grief camp. Many of you may be familiar with this camp, and we so appreciate Rotary's past support of this program. 2 sessions of Camp Sparrow are available in July. One for first-time participants and a second for alumni participants. Camp Sparrow offers a combination of the traditional high energy and fun activities that summer camp brings, along with the grief workshops and rituals to help children learn and process their grief in healthy ways. In 2020, we facilitated Camp Sparrow at home due to the pandemic. And really, the virtual camp was well received by our campers and families. In an abundance of caution, Camp Sparrow will be facilitated virtually again this year, with plans to resume in-person camps again in summer 2022. So right now we're accepting camper applications for our July camp. So please encourage families to visit our website. My contact information is there as well. And finally, and very importantly, we provide crisis care and crisis response to any school in our service area where there has been a sudden death of a student or school staff member. So I just want to thank you again for making these programs available to our community and for your generous support.
Thank you so much, Janet. And we are very happy that we could help a little bit your organization. And thank you for doing this great work.
Thank you.
Helping kids to cope with the loss of loved ones. It's a wonderful cause.
Thank you very much.
Our next organization is Alzheimer's San Diego. This organization has annual budget of $2.8 million, and their mission statement is helping families today and finding a cure for tomorrow. Please, I would like to introduce Alzheimer's San Diego's Grant and Advocacy Manager, Regina Lagasca.
Hi, thank you for having me here today. My name is Regina and I'm here with Alzheimer's San Diego. Our organization provides free services to anyone who's been impacted by dementia. Specifically in Escondido, we have 2 different support groups that are provided to family members who are caring for somebody who's living with dementia. We do have multiple options to provide different days of the week to make it more accessible to family members. Since COVID, we are operating all of our services remotely. So these support groups have been held on Zoom. And because we know that sometimes the technology can be a barrier for people, we have had what we call a volunteer tech team. So for anybody who needs extra assistance with the technology, we do have volunteers that will help guide the family members through that process. Our support groups have continued to be a very crucial support for our families. As you may know, dementia is a very isolating disease. So with the pandemic added to that, these families are finding that there are very limited resources available to them right now. So these support groups have really been a lifeline for many of our families. One of the things that was shared with us was that the support group members, they really come together and discuss the challenges that they're experiencing and how to navigate that. And specifically, they shared that they've talked a lot about, picking your battles when caring for a family member, and specifically said, does it matter if they wear their pajamas all day or wear their shirt inside out? So that was a quote from the group in Escondido. So we're very appreciative of the opportunity to continue working with the Escondido Rotary and to have these services available for our families, especially in these really difficult times. So I really appreciate your continued support and giving me the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you so much, Regina. Thank you. And thank you for great work you do. This is an awful disease, and a lot of people need help. And once they get it from you, it's very, very much appreciated by everybody. I'm pretty sure that. Thank you very much. The next organization will be presented is Pacific Lyric Association Opera Company. This organization has $75,000 annual budget, and mission statement says, Pacific Lyric Association's mission is to present full productions of operas, operettas, and musicals in a manner our local audiences can easily understand and afford. Please welcome Pacific Lyric Association's Executive Director, Justin Gray.
Thank you, Alex. I'm going to see if I can share my screen now. There we go. So thank you to Escondido Rotary for your donation to Pacific Lyric Association. As many of you already know, PLA was founded by an opera singing doctor from Vista, Dr. Carlos Oliva. He and his wife, Terry, felt that everyone should have a chance to be exposed to opera. But he realized that two of the main limiting factors are the language barrier and the cost. So part of our mission statement reads, as Alex read already, opera you can understand and afford. And this mission applies to the general population, but especially to young people. The grant we received from Rotary went to support our Opera Education for Youth program. And this program features the following components: a teacher's guide to opera, attendance at select rehearsals. Kids also get a backstage tour, and then they get to see the final dress rehearsal. So I'll quickly go through each one. First, the teacher's guide to opera. Excuse me. This is a 46-page guide that is sent to local teachers to help prepare their kids, for those who want to participate in this opera production tour, to come and see the opera. But beforehand, they're introduced to it by their teacher. So here is the cover page, shows the dates. Here's the sponsor page, which will feature an individual or local business wishing to partner with us to help expose these youth to a style of singing and perhaps a genre of music that they've never had the opportunity to hear before. Here's the table of contents. One of my favorite chapters is Opera Etiquette, which is good for youth, and I may say adults could probably benefit from reading this as well. They also get to attend select rehearsals, such as the staging rehearsal, the orchestra rehearsal, and my personal favorite, a rehearsal called the Sitz Probe. This is where the orchestra and the cast come together for the first time to make sure everyone has been rehearsing in the same key. And so far, it has worked out okay. Once we may move into the theater, the youth get a chance to get a backstage tour. So here we have a group of kids who toured the entire backstage facility at the Art Center. The gentleman third from the left is our founder, Dr. Carlos Oliva. And the woman on the far right, drinking the bourbon, the iced tea, was our stage director for Romeo and Juliet. And so in addition to meeting the founder and the director, the group also got to see dressing rooms, the orchestra pit, and meet the costume designer. And then number 4, the final dress rehearsal. The big moment arrives and the kids are ushered into the theater. Here's a great shot of them getting ready for the final dress rehearsal. You can see Alex down there on her headphones speaking to the crew and the orchestra, not dressed in black because this was a dress rehearsal. We had about 180 kids and chaperones come to our dress rehearsal for this show. So I think we really kept their attention the entire time. This is part of what they were watching. This is a scene from the ballet portion of Romeo and Juliet that they saw in 2019. And these two youth here played the ballet roles of Romeo and Juliet, similar to Dream Curly and Dream Laurie in Oklahoma, for those of you who are familiar with that musical. And this final picture has got to be my favorite picture. Kids really had a blast posing in front of our backdrop, and it really made them feel like they were at a grand opening night at the opera. And that is my presentation. Again, thank you for the opportunity to tell you about one of our programs, and thank you to Escondido Rotary.
Thank you, Justin. Those are great pictures. I love them too. Thank you for all the work you do as executive director. And believe me, I know it's not easy. So thank you very much. All right, our next organization will be presented is Meals on Wheels. Meals on Wheels have a $5.3 million of an annual budget, and their mission statement says, Meals on Wheels San Diego County's mission is to support the independence and well-being of seniors. Meals on Wheels San Diego is part of the community safety net serving older adults 60+, caregivers, and disabled veterans in the home with the delivery of up to 2 fresh meals a day, accompanied by daily in-home social visits and safety checks. Safety checks are combined with care navigator support and follow-up with referrals to other social services and healthcare providers if necessary. I would like to introduce Meals on Wheels North County Service Manager, Charlotte Fan.
Thank you, Alex. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for Escondido Rotary Club for many, many years of support our organization and for the Escondido seniors. And 2 thumbs up for your organization. And originally, our goal is to use your funds to provide the food purchase and packaging for 1,111 meals at $2.25 per unit. And normal year that we do is we serve about 27,800 meals. We serve about 230 clients. And because of the pandemic, that we had a surge and increase of client needs. And so by the end of this quarter, only the 3rd quarter, we have already served 26,400 meals in the city of Escondido. And also we have provided to probably already 270 senior clients in the city of Escondido. And during the pandemic, we continue to recruit volunteers with our original volunteering being reduced, and we overpower that, and we were able to recruit newer and younger volunteers and during this time. So we had about from 8 weekday routes increased to 10 weekday routes, and we have 4 weekend routes, and we increased to 7 weekend routes. So basically, we support the independence and well-being of the seniors and disabled veterans by providing the nutritious meals to them on a daily basis. And so by doing that, we were able to sustain them in their own home. And during the last year, we rolled out and introduced renal-friendly and gluten-friendly meals for the people who have medical needs. And so during this time, I just want to very pleased to report that we continue to serve more and more seniors. And I like to say, as a manager for the North County Service Center, I like to say, we don't want to have anybody on the waiting list. So that's my goal. So moving forward, we continue to serve. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charlotte. Thank you for all work you guys do, and we're very happy that we can help out a little bit. Thank you very much. Our last presenter will be from Payday Playhouse. This organization has $110,000 annual budget, and the mission statement says, Payday Playhouse is a nonprofit community service organization dedicated to providing entertainment for the Southern California community, to creating opportunities for people of talent and interest who wish to participate and or perform, and to providing training to individuals who wish to learn about theater arts. And I would like to introduce you Payday Playhouse Artistic Manager, Matt Fitzgerald.
Hi, I figured out my microphone problem from earlier, so thank you for bearing with me on that. I want to start by thanking everybody involved with Rotary and saying hi to some of the friends and patrons that we have here. It's good to see some of you who I haven't seen in a good little bit. Payday Playhouse is about to enter its 55th season, and like all of the other organizations, this has been a very difficult year. Payday Playhouse has been fortunate in the past and had a small amount of money that has allowed us to stay afloat while not really able to bring in any money. So your generous donation has helped us be able to support our mission in a way that we were having trouble doing earlier. The project that your generous donation supported was, it allowed us to produce our first published work and fully produced work, which was a filming of Rogues Gallery, which is a series of monologues written by John Patrick Shanley, who you might know from his Pulitzer-winning Doubt a Parable, but probably more likely know from his scripts, his film scripts, including Moonstruck and Joe versus the Volcano. This allowed us to provide an opportunity to 10 of our artists to perform something which most of them had not been able to do in over a year. And it also provided our audience with quality programming and entertainment, which was something that we had very little of as well. So in the coming year, which we are hopefully about to be able to start performing live theater again, we will be moving back into Kit Carson Amphitheater as we do each summer to provide, produce a couple of shows, which we are hoping to announce soon. We are close to announcing the rest of our season after that, presuming we're able to present live theater. So, you know, get your vaccines, keep wearing your masks so that we can get everything back open again. I can promise at this point that the programs we present in the coming year will continue to deliver on our mission to provide quality entertainment to the community, opportunities for artistic expression, and training in theater arts, all while fulfilling our commitment to diversity and inclusion. So I want to thank the Rotary for the donation to our organization, and as well as all of these other valuable and deserving organizations as well that have presented before me. I'm very happy to know that you are in the community helping support all of these arts and well-being social services in ways that I started that sentence and I didn't have a way to finish it. But thank you is the main point I have. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for coming and speaking. And that would be the conclusion of our presentations. I think we still ended. Do we still have a few minutes?
Yes, you have about 5 minutes if you want to take questions or say something else, or yeah.
That's correct. So let's do some questions. If anyone has questions to presenters, please guys go ahead and ask them.
I just have a question or comment kind of combination. Matt, it was a pleasure to present you with a certificate of appreciation. Seems like it was about 5 years ago from Escondido Shines.
That would have been the summer we did, 2018, I think, was the summer we did those shows.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, it's a great group, and I want to compliment Alex for bringing this to the front of our stage here. This method of getting acquainted with you as the grantees is really kind of a special experience for us. So it helps us feel like we're connected with the good that you do. It's not just a check that we hand over to you and take a picture. So I would be interested in your feeling about what it means to you as grantees to be able to come and share your message, what you do, give your presentation, and how we as a club can do better at becoming friends as well as supporters. And that's an open question to all of the grantees.
Matt, I guess what one is asking what else we can do to help you besides writing you a check. Is that correct, Juan?
Yeah, how can we build a closer relationship? Right. Because we've done this over the years, and compliments to Alex for putting this together.
I'm happy to jump in here since I was already just talking. I think just, you know, we tell people that while we are very fond of financial donations, just supporting through attendance of events and sharing of those things. The purpose of the art is stronger if it's shared with more people. And I'm sure that the other arts organizations agree that the more that you can share your art with the public, the better that it is, not only for the organization, but for the art itself. And so the ability, you know, having your members show come to performances, but also, you know, the ability to make the performances available for others that either wouldn't have thought to come or are not able to, is also greatly helpful.
I would like to comment also, and echo what Matt just said. I think, you know, to have the membership of our Rotary Club support us in attendance and you know, and spreading the word, and telling your family and friends to come to the concerts and come to the performances. That's very helpful. And I also want to say that one of the things that has, I think, been instrumental in our work is the invitation that we received from Rotary to come be on the program. And that meant a lot. That meant a lot to me personally because I was a Rotarian, but it also meant a lot, I think, to the people who performed. And not only that, we were able to have lunch. And but it was that was a very happy experience, and maybe we could promote more of that.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Matt.
Hang on, Alex. Alex, I think Jean wanted to say, or
Jeanette. No, I just wanted to piggyback on that as well, because I think that, you know, with our children's bereavement program, sending referrals to our peer support groups, school groups, our Camp Sparrow, you know, if you know any children that had a loss, having that connection, knowing that those children will be well served in our program is a wonderful connection. And then maybe finding ways that we can share our stories with you. We have a number of different wonderful stories that we gather from our camps and different groups to really show the benefit that your dollars are making, you know, for our children, and seeing the outcome, the positive outcome it has, and how far-reaching it is would be really awesome to do as well. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention to all presenters who are still here, that our club has a program director that you can contact if you would like to present 20 to 25 minutes, do presentation about your organization and tell us how we can help and what else we can do besides supporting your organizations financially. Thank you again to all presenters. And I also want to thank to all Rotarians in our club who were participating in our fundraiser last year and working hard to get all these funds that we were able to distribute through the grants and help out the local nonprofits. That work is extremely difficult, fundraising, probably a lot of you know. So those Rotarians who fundraise and did their input in that fundraising process, thank you very, very much. And looking into the future on that topic, I would like to invite all Rotarians to participate this year. So we will be having online auction that you can participate. All the money will be used to award grants next year from those funds. And you can also participate in a hackathon. If you're not a big on hikes and long distance walking, you can pledge a couple bucks for the hikers who actually do hikes. So I think, Andy, can we send one more time the hackathon information to all Rotarians who might wanna
Yes.
help us out.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will send that out again. And I want to echo what you were saying, Alex, and I want to acknowledge specifically Vaughn for last year for running core. And it was a challenge because we were literally 3 days before core when it got canceled, and it did an amazing job. And working with all of the sponsors and restaurants as our world essentially fell apart to keep us funded through 2021. I can tell you personally, I appreciate that. And I'm hoping that somehow we can repay you, Vaughn, for next year, for your year.
Well, and talking to that, Andy, that's the way we can repay Vaughn, because we can raise money for his president year. So help him out a little bit to have some budget as well.
So we've got current fundraising right now, which Alex is spearheading, and brilliant. Thank you so much on that, with the Hackathon and with some jewelry that is being sold on the through our website for Mother's Day. And the cat is now bumping things, so I've got to be careful here. But we also will. Hang on. In a moment. Yes, you can in a moment. We're also going to be having the Oktoberfest coming up. And both Colleen and Roy and Alex are going to need a lot of help in getting that going, while they're still also putting together next year's core de cuisine, which we're hoping we will actually be able to meet in person for. Alex, what were you going to say?
Yeah, so in addition to those jewelry that you mentioned that on our online auction, Joe Stanford actually made 4 absolutely gorgeous, beautiful charcuterie boards with a nice little handles from the natural wood that will be on that auction as well. So that was his thank you and his contribution back to our Rotary Club. He turned around after we gave him a grant and just made those gorgeous boards to help us out with our silent auction. Thank you, Joe, for that. Those are gorgeous. Those are beautiful.
All right, Jay, can I answer your question after I formally close the meeting, or do you go ahead? Just quick, make it brief if you can.
How do you get on the online auction?
Go to the website, escondidorotary.org.
Okay. And
you'll find it there. Also, by the way, and there's one last fundraiser we're going to be able to do this year at the in-person demotion dinner coming up at the end of June, which I'm extremely excited for. We are also talking about having the silent auction items from last year's core available for silent auction. So lots of opportunities to contribute, lots of opportunities to tell your friends and family to join us and help us. So with all that, I'm going to formally close the meeting, and then we can have some more chat afterwards. I was listening to the program, but I decided that I was going to, I actually saw that in congratulations to Justin for his new position, I made a picture of a metronome because he's going to be a conductor. So here's our shower thought for the day. Spending 2 seconds to pick up a quarter on the floor is the same pay rate as $450 an hour job. So let our metronome ring us out. Have a great week, and I hope you all doing really well.